Okay, so the question is, what is Helm? So guys, let me ask you a few questions, very simple question. Do you know APT? Do you know YAM? Uh, do you know, let's say, Google Play Store? Correct. Do you know chocolate in Windows? Okay, so you must be working on this any of the stores, right? Ubuntu, CentOS, mobile, iOS also, iOS Play Store, right? No, App Store we call it, App Store. So what are these stuff? So basically, these are basically package manager. Okay, package manager, which will help you to deploy the packages in respective platform. Let's say if you use APT, you deploy Debian package in the Ubuntu. Uh, Fedora package also you deploy, RPM package also in RHEL and all. We use Play Store. You have installed it, Play Store in mobile. So you install what? You install application. So you know what you in the previous session of Kubernetes you saw that we have pod.xml, pod.yaml. You have replication controller.yaml. You have replica set.yaml. You have a deployment.yaml. You have a services.yaml. You have for the storage. I did not cover though. You have a recording in LMS. PBs means storage related applications. You have services YAML. You have security related like RBAC. You have RBAC related component. You have, let's say, security service account. So in real time when you deploy the applications, you deploy 20, 30, 40 YAML files. Okay, so how do you deploy the YAML in Kubernetes? By the way, anyone have answers for it? How do you do that? So you run kubectl apply and YAML file, correct? No? That's the command you have checked last time. I have shown you. So in real time, we don't do that actually. We don't reply because just imagine for a real application, you have 40 YAML files. Are you going to do one by one kubectl apply this, kubectl apply this, and let's say you want to update. So again apply again one more time or create and apply, and then finally you have to delete this. So again, are you going to delete that? So you'll get frustrated, don't you think so? 40 times create, 40 times apply, 40 times delete. So what do we do in this case? What do we do in this case? So then we use some packaging technology in Kubernetes also, because just to save time, just to minimize the effort what you have. So for that you want to use some tools which will help you to deploy so many YAML files in one go. That's the one huge. That's the one reason for it. Are you able to understand that, right?
Yeah,
All
Rajesh.
of you? Yeah. Now, second thing is sometime, same packages. Now, YAML file is, I'm calling a package, okay? So, same packages you deploy to dev environment also, QA environment also, and production also. But there is a value has to be changed. Maybe in a dev you want to replicate two pod. In QA maybe 200 pod. In the production maybe 2000 pod. So are you going to manually modify, or let's say 40 files are there? Can we have one file? Think about it. 40 files, 40 YAML files are there. Can we have one file where we can declare the variables and automatically it should interpolate? Can we have like that? So that's a two case studies, two problems which you have working with Kubernetes in the lifetime, in live environment. So that problem I'm trying to solve it using Kubernetes. Okay, so what is a Kubernetes Helm? So Kubernetes Helm is a packaging and deploying tool in Kubernetes, only Kubernetes. Okay, so it's a tool. Okay, I'll teach you how to install the tool. It's a tool which helps you to streamline the installing process and deploying the applications. And all. You can think of as if apt homebrew for Mac and all kind of things. Okay, so now, yeah, it is a best way to find, share, and use software built for the Kubernetes. Is a package manager. okay, and which will help you to manage the Kubernetes application. This tool is maintained by CNCF. Mind it, CNCF is a same organization which is managing Kubernetes. Okay, Kubernetes, Prometheus, and many other tools, they are managing it, and supported by multiple foundations and all. Yeah. So now, how do we get started? So I'll help you to understand this way. Okay. So help you to understand this way. So let's understand, this is your laptop. Okay. And this is a laptop which is, you have a workstation, and this is your cluster, and in this you have a, this is the master server, and this is the API server, master, and this is the worker, worker 1, worker 2. Okay, so what you have to do, so first thing, kubectl config, you have to set it up in your laptop, that you know that how to do that. We last topic which we did it, kubectl config and all. And then I need to install the Helm is the one utility. Okay, so this is one tool and this is another tool, Helm. Now Helm required lots of YAML file. Mind it, I'm saying YAML file. And this YAML file, how we present? We present in a chart format. Now, what is a chart? For time being, you can think of is like a package. Okay, chart is like a package, which I'll help you to deploy the packages. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll help you to do that. So it's just, we call it a chart instead of package. We call it a chart. So chart, you have nothing but a lots of YAML file you have, and using the Helm, if you download this, this chart is coming from repository. Now repository means, let's say what has been done. This let's say you want to install Tomcat. So let's say Tomcat, you have a 20 YAML file which you needed. So what Tomcat as a community they did it, they created a chart and published at one place. So where do you find this chart? So let me go and Google it. Helm chart, enter, and if I Google it, I find out this website, helm.sh. Okay, actually it's not a website. I mean, this is not the one right now, it got migrated to something else, but this is the earlier website which we are using. Now if you see that here, if you click on the chart, it will take you to the website which is called Artifact Hub. So this is a recent website. And now if you see that how many charts you have, look at these packages, more than 10,000 charts you have, 10,000 packages for Kubernetes. This is only for the Kubernetes, mind it. See that, Kubernetes. Okay, so 10,000 charts you have, and this is the place. Let's say I want to install Apache or Tomcat, whatever you want to do, right? Tomcat. And see, so many charts you have come. Look at this. Okay, so some of them will be official, some of them will be non-official. You can develop your own chart also, I'll teach you, and you can publish it. So here what will happen, this is the registry, just like Artifact Hub, which I'm showing you right now. From here you will chart, you will get it in the local in your laptop, and using Helm you install to Kubernetes, that's all. Helm install and chart name, if you give it, it will install. Now this chart, we have internally lots of YAML file. This will get deployed in the worker, and work is done. So this is how you install and then update and then remove. Are you understanding, all of you? All of
Yeah,
you?
Raj. Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, this is a tool. Helm is a tool which need a chart. So now we understand the chart. What is a chart? Chart is nothing but a collections of YAML file, and you have a variable files also which you can transform the chart as per your different environment also. I'll show you. Chart you can download from the repository. Okay, Artifact Hub, the one repository which I said, you can download free chart. You can develop your own chart also, I'll teach you. And now next one, the moment you deploy the chart, that will become a release. Okay, so let's say you install Helm, install XYZ chart or Tomcat chart, so that will become one release, actually one particular version, and that is how you need to understand this. Okay, so look at, this is the architecture. You have a chart repository. For us it's Artifact Hub, Helm client, which is in your laptop, which will download the chart from the artifact and then download in the local, and from there when you say Helm install, it will deploy to the Kubernetes API server. Are you one more here? You see that kubeconfig is needed for that. Helm client you need it, and when you deploy, chart getting deployed. Chart is nothing but a YAML file. Don't get confused. Chart is having a directories structure which contain the YAML file, the one which you have already experienced using kubectl. This is just for the saving time. That's all, and deployed. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now before getting into this, some of the regions of like why do you want to use it? Simple, because slowly the Kubernetes is becoming so popular. We are deploying a large application, hundreds and hundreds of YAML files are there. So it's very difficult to update, install, update, and then delete. So it's become very challenging, actually. It's irritating. So Helm will help you to do the same thing. Okay, support over many organizations and stuff like that. Okay, so now directly I'll show you the demo. How do we install? First thing, how do we install the Helm? So I think it should be very simple. So go to the Helm and download. This utility has been written in Golang. So any utility which has been written in Golang, that's a platform dependent. So you can install in Windows also, Linux also. But right now, this need to be installed in the same place where you have workstation. And this is my workstation. You see that here. Right now, this is my workstation. So here, master is ready. Master for me, master is working like a worker also. And the worker is not ready. I'll leave it up because one master, one worker is there. Okay, so kubectl has to be configured, and here you can download this Helm utility, which is a tool, and here you have a Mac, Linux, and Windows. So I need this one. Okay, so copy this here and duplicate, enter, and downloading the tabo, and I'm downloading it. In google.com. What is happening in my machine, actually? Okay, no problem. What I will do, some problem with the internet connections to the VM, but what I will do, I'll download here only. So download. Now what I will do is I will push it manually. So for that, IP address I remember, Jugaad sort of it. So new session here, 192.168.1.7. Username is Rajesh, I guess, and enter and accept. Password Rajesh123. Yes. Now what I'm going to do, I downloaded this package somewhere here. So what I'm going to do, upload manually because some error was coming and I don't want to spend time looking for the error during the live session. So here it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as a putty, which is here. So copy under the home Rajesh some file was there which is helm dot. Okay, so now I got this file here. This is the tarball. So let's extract it. Z xvf tarball. Now this is the file which you got it here, and this is a utility. Now what you should do, this utility already have executable permission. So you see that I see that it's a green. So on potato green means that has executable permission. So I need to move it to the some path locations. So echo path. So let me use to move this to this location. So MB Helm to this location. Wonderful, done. So Helm installation is done. See, now these are the commands you have to work on it. Okay. If you go top, these are the basics command and some environment variable which is set by Helm, which is here, and these are the flags. So get comfortable. So this is the way you can install the Helm. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, I have a question because I was figuring how you they download you did how you transfer to the server. I thought you were going to use WinSCP, but you did it a different way.
Yeah, I mean, many utilities are there. You can use a UNSP, that's not a problem. But for me, I was having one utility which is MOBA. So it's okay, no problem. You can use
So
any tools.
so with mobile system, you can actually download it direct from the local. I didn't know that.
Yes, MOBA you can do that. Here, left side, if you see that here, you can do
Yes.
that. You can see the Windows machine also. I mean, hell lot of see here. You all this thing you can do that. Hell lot of things you can do that. MOBA have a I mean it's a paid software and had unlimited utilities are there for this. Yeah, many things you can do. See here, FTP, SFTP, VNC, multiple screen and sharing and all hell lot of things you can do that. Okay, so that is something which we have. So installation of the Helm is done. Now what to do? So I need to have one chart. So I'm not teaching you chart now how to develop the chart, but rather than I'm asking you first try the chart, which is let's say Tomcat. Now this Tomcat, is it official? Bitnami. So Bitnami I can trust. Click on it, and here I will read this. Okay. Now this is the repository. I have to add it. So right now repo list. So now guys get comfortable with the command.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.